Yo, what's good, YouTube? What's up, PlayStation Nation? Welcome to another episode of What's Up PlayStation Podcast, episode number 42. Whoa, 8 more episodes to go until we are at episode number 50. Oh my goodness, man. We've been doing this for a little bit now, man. For a little bit. But welcome, everyone. Welcome, PlayStation Nation. We have another great episode planned out for you guys for What's Up PlayStation Podcast. And for those people that are new to What's Up PlayStation Podcast, we are a PlayStation centric podcast where we talk about the latest, the greatest, sometimes the bad, sometimes the good, sometimes the worst, sometimes the ugly of the PlayStation news throughout the week. I am one of your hosts, Jay Bari, you know, the best lisp on YouTube. And I'm also right next to me, I have the other host, the King of Queens himself, Mr. Ratchet and Clank. Nope, not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it.
Being messy. You being messy.
I'm starting. I chose violence today, Persona, man.
You chose violence. Yes, you did.
You know what I mean? Yo, we got my man Gaming with Persona, the leader of the Optic Nation. Yo, Persona, what's good, bro?
Hey, man, listen, what's going on, people? Your boy Persona, Gaming with Persona, host of When Persona Speaks, and the other half of What's Up PlayStation Podcast. And, man, I always say this, man, and I mean it, man. I always look forward to Saturday mornings with the WUPS crew, with myself and Bari, because you always know it's going to be a good time, good conversations. Oh yeah, appreciate it. Lots of laughs and whatnot, man. And we got a good show for you guys today. We appreciate everybody here, man. Hit the like button, share the stream out, all that good stuff, man. We're trying to get to 1,000. I say it every week. We close. We have 973, Bari. We lost 2 subs. We lost 2 subs.
We lost 2 subs.
It's fine. It's fine. We lost 2, but we're gonna get another 10, right? So definitely, we're trying to get to 1K. Help us get to 1K, guys. And listen, man, I'm excited for the show today. More excited. I'm very excited for this topic because I actually can't wait to hear what Bari has to say about this topic.
We chose violence.
I'm excited.
We chose chaos.
We woke up and chose violence today
for this topic.
Oh yes. And last but not least,
I'm a PlayStation fan too.
All right, let's get into the show.
Yes, sir, man. Once again, guys, PlayStation-centric podcast. What's up, PlayStation? Well, we want to talk to the PlayStation Nation, let everybody know our thoughts on the news that happened during the week. It was pretty quiet week for PlayStation, but there was some good stuff there that we're going to bring and talk about. But yeah, let's get right into the show, man. You guys know the rigmarole where we start off the podcast letting the PlayStation Nation know the games that came out throughout the week. So new games, PS5, PS4, for the week of June 14th to the 20th. And here we go. We have a bang of a week, guys. I'm letting you know right now. Listen, this is probably one of the busiest weeks ever. Okay, are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? Let's scroll on down. All right, here we go.
Jesus Christ.
First game we have up here is Catch the Bowling Balls Breakthrough Arcade for the PlayStation 4. That's an easy platinum. Space Explorer for the PlayStation 4. Elder Scrolls Online Console Enhanced Edition for the PlayStation 5. For those people that have been playing Elder Scrolls Online now on the PlayStation 5, you got all the sweet bells and whistles for the PlayStation, the 60 frames, all the 4K, all the good stuff, man, for the PlayStation 5. The RDNA 1, GCN, no ray tracing, console. Shadow of Adam, PlayStation 4. Tenneberg for the PlayStation 4. Verdun is that the shooter game? Is that the shooter? I feel like this game sounds very familiar.
That name sounds familiar. Yeah, it does sound familiar.
I think it's that World War I shooter game. Then we have.
It might be.
I think somebody will let us know in the chat. Then we have Cross the Moon for the PlayStation 5 and 4. Metro Exodus PlayStation 5 edition is finally coming out. Pretty good update from what I'm hearing. A lot of people was pretty pleased with that. If you guys played Metro Exodus, for me personally, a little, you know what I mean? But for you guys. You guys might like it. Hey man, yo, did you play Metroid? Did you play Metro yet?
You know what, bro? With the Metro games, I bought Metro Exodus. I played it. No, I'm not even kidding. I played it for like 45 minutes. I put it down, never picked up again.
You bought? I think we got to do PlayStation Plus.
No, I actually bought it like for 60. I bought it.
Nah,
because it looked cool.
It looks good. Pretty cool. They show you all the
then
good cutscenes. That's a lot of editing.
Then I'm playing it, and I'm like, yo, this joint is it's not fun to me. I'm just like, I'm good.
That joint's a snooze fest. But Cross the Moon, PlayStation 5. Oh yeah, we've said that already. Pretty Girls Klondike Solitaire for the PlayStation 5 and 4, and Unstoppable for the PlayStation. Spottable for the PlayStation 4. And yes, those are the games that came out for the week. Let us know if you guys bought any of these games or updated any of these games, and let us know how they're running or if they're any good. But yeah, those are the games that came out for the week. Pretty busy week, right? Do you guys hear the sarcasm?
Pretty busy.
But yeah, man. Yo, what is up, guys? I see you guys, the beautiful PlayStation Nation, in the chat, man. We appreciate you guys coming through. Hit the like button, share the stream out, get the rest of the PlayStation Nation in here, and we're gonna have some fun today, man. We're gonna have some fun today. Light week, but we know how we do. We entertain, and we're gonna have some fun with it. So Persona Spotlight Game of the Week. Do you have a spotlight, sir?
Yeah. You know what, man? My spotlight this week is actually pretty different. So I was on YouTube yesterday, right?
Yes, sir.
And I was going through some of my videos from like people that I subscribe to, and I seen a trailer for a game coming out on PlayStation called Austria Ascending.
Oh yeah, that looked good. That looked good. RPG game, right?
Yeah. RPG game. And I was looking at the gameplay of this. It comes out September 30th of this year. And I was looking at the gameplay of this. I was like, yo, this looks... Because I was getting Odin Sphere Dragon Crown vibes with the art style. And then, it's an RPG turn-based. I'm like, I'm all over this. I love it. So I was looking at they were showing like a lot of turn-based combat and whatnot, and talking about like kind of the premise of the game in the trailer. And I was like, yo, I'm really, really intrigued by this. So, for my RPG fans out there, definitely check out the trailer. It's called Austria Ascending. Really cool looking game. Once the pre-orders go up in the PlayStation Store, I'm going to pick that up. I'm also going to pre-order Chris Tales as well, because I was looking at that. I'm like, yo, this looks dope. I'm going to pick that up. So
I'm happy that you finally got a date, man. I've been waiting for that for a long, long time, yo.
Yeah. So Austria Ascending is my spotlight for this week, guys. Go check that out.
Okay, nice, man. So mine is pretty simple. It's definitely Guilty Gear Strive, the game that keeps on giving. And I mean, with that game, is like, yo, you feel like you learned something in that game, or you feel like you got a mastery, not a mastery, but you have like a certain basis of the character, and then you see some new clips, or you watch a stream and somebody do something different. It's like, oh, this kind of opens up this whole game a little bit more. And then I finally did some of the trial mode stuff, and the mission mode stuff, and I was like, oh, so that's how you punish that. Oh, so this have a hurt box where I could punish that. And I'm just like, it's just keep on, it's all this information that's keep on like flustering to my head, man. With that game, yo. So I'm really enjoying Guilty Gear Strive a lot. Finally taking a little break now because I'm going to play Ratchet and Clank to finish that up. But yeah, I've been having a bang of a time playing that game, man. So Guilty Gear Strive. I feel bad because I haven't really been able to put a lot of time into Guilty Gear yet, which I'm kind of pissed off about. But it's too many games, Bari. Ratchet. What's his name? Final Fantasy. There's a lot of games.
Yeah, Final Fantasy and whatnot. It's too much.
Yo, so when you start playing and you going online, man, look out for the short, weird looking avatar characters. Those are made players. Oh my, yo, listen, bro. There's times I get frustrated in a fighting game, but this character here is beyond frustration, yo. And I feel like all these May players, like these May players, they don't lab, they don't want to learn the character, they are just pushing.
They mashing, bro.
Yo, and it's working, bro.
But May hits hard, bro.
Yo,
May hits
working.
hard.
It's working.
It
It frustrates me so badly, yo, because I'm just like, what the hell do I do against this character, bro? I'm in this training room for 2 hours trying to learn to punish this character. And it's just like, yo, it is not, yo, that character is busted, man. She is busted.
May players are it's straight up just mash shitty.
Listen, if you guys haven't played Guilty Gear, new to Guilty Gear, just pick up May, man. You're easily going to get to floor 9, floor 10. That's what that character.
My man said, "Pick up May, chill. Yo, don't saturate the community like that, bro."
Bruh, listen, if you, like a lot of people, they don't play fighting games or they put down a fighting game because they're not getting the results, right? They're not getting the wins. So if you want to get quick results, yo, you gonna get that with me. You know what I mean? Maybe in a couple of months.
Give it like a month or two. The May players gonna drop off because they're gonna figure how it's gonna be done.
But if you get into the game right now, pick that character
and learn. Yeah,
pick that character. You get your wins, get to your floor, and just dip. You know, you know what I mean?
Let me ask you a question. I know this is kind of outside of our show outline, but I actually want to hear your thoughts on this because, like, I already know how I feel about the situation, but I want to hear your thoughts. Did you see that Maximilian clip where he was talking about casual players and fighting games? Did you see that?
Yeah, I seen it. Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that? Because, like, you know, we've ran an online scene where everybody's welcome. And, you know, you've been playing fighting games for well over 20 years. I've been playing fighting games for a very long time. I don't consider myself a pro. I consider myself competent to where I can learn a fighting game and get better, right? But a lot of people, especially in the casual community, they kind of want to just be able to pick up and play and mash. That's kind of, remember that whole, and a lot of the pro players were really angry about that when it came to Dragon Ball Fighter Z because there was a lot of auto combos and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But turns out you still needed to actually have skill to play and fight and win. What's your thoughts on what Matt? Yeah, what's your thoughts on what Max said?
Oh no, I agree with him. I agree with 100%. Like a lot of people will come to a fighting game because it looks cool and they want to do cool shit. You know what I mean? That's why a lot of these fighting games, they kind of dumb down the execution with certain things where you can do cool shit right away when you pick it up. You know what I mean? But if you really want to do the optimal stuff, the really, really cool stuff, you're going to have to learn the game. And hopefully the goal is to capture somebody quick enough to be like, yo, I really want to learn this game because I'm having fun with it. You know what I mean? But you also want to have that where they can pick it up and do really cool stuff. They can do a super. That's why, you know, like in Marvel vs. Capcom, they have easy input for the supers and stuff like that because people want to do cool shit right away. So I do agree with it. And some of the biggest fighting games do that. You know what I mean? Where you have like
what else can fighting games do though? Like I was thinking about this when I watched them. I'm like, you know, fighting games put in auto combos, they put in the missions to really explain the game. You know, they have the practice mode, the tutorial mode, they have the combo practice mode, all these different things. What else? I'm trying to think, what else can fighting game devs do to make a game feel more welcoming to a casual player?
I've been telling people this for years. Guest characters go a long way. Look at Tekken, look at Mortal Kombat. A lot of people pick up these games because, oh shit, Spawn is in the game. What? I'm picking this joint up. You know what I mean? Oh, I can press 2 buttons and I do a super move. You know what I mean? In Mortal Kombat 11, I'm going to pick this game up. I'm going to try and learn this game because somebody that never thought about it. What's the name? Soul Calibur had good guest characters as well. 2B. What's his name? In there as well from Samurai Showdown. You know what I mean? Where I draw people that never really probably will play Soul Calibur. It's like, oh, 2B's in the game. You know what I mean? Samurai Showdown, the same thing. You know what I mean? I feel like guest characters can go a long way to bring people in to this game. It's shown with Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. No, I agree with that 100%. I definitely think adding guest characters, especially guest characters from like really popular franchises.
Yep.
And obviously that's more of like a licensing and like, you know, contracts. You know, that's the business side that really may be preventing that stuff. But, you know, I would love to see, you know, I'm trying to think. Like I would love to see
how Maru.
like Jax like Jack and Daxter or something like that, and like Guilty Gear or something, doing like crazy, like wacky stuff like that would really pull in that kind of, oh wait, Jack and Dax is in it. Oh wait, Crash is in it. Like that pulls in people that don't play nothing fighting game related, but will buy it just to be able to mash with that character because they have an attachment to that character. So I agree.
That's why. Look at Smash Bros. Smash Bros is always going to do good because of their guest characters. You know what I mean? Now they got Kazuya, coming into the game. You can play Cloud Strife versus Sephiroth in the game. You can have Ryu versus Kazuya now. You know what I mean? The guest characters go a very long way. Tekken 7, adding Noxus in the game, adding Akuma, adding Geese, Howard. You know what I mean? It goes a very long way.
Yeah.
In the fighting game. But yeah, to move on though, let's get to the PlayStation fun fact of the week. Very light fun fact, where at the end of the PlayStation 1 life, 1,300 games were released for the console. This is also including multiple like versions of games and stuff like that. But the PlayStation 1 had about 1,300 games on that livelihood.
Jesus
of the console.
Christ. On PlayStation 1? Man, that's a lot of games. Yep. Man, people's backlogs look crazy right now, boy.
Yes, sir, man. Oh, yeah, backlogs.
Well, what's funny, though? When you compare that, it's funny, though, because, when you think back to that time, 1,300 games, but then when you fast forward to now, PlayStation 4 had 4,000 plus.
And that's also including like different versions of games and stuff like that. But it is more games coming out than ever before. That's why a lot of people are like, I want to go back to the, the older games and the older era. Yeah, I want to go back to the attitude when it comes to the older era where people take a lot of big risks and stuff like that. But as far as how games are being manufactured and being produced, I'll take it how it is now. You know what I mean?
I agree. I think how games are releasing now in terms of the quantity and quality, keep that in this realm, but the attitude is, and we've talked about this like a number of times before, where it's like, the old school days of gaming, of buying games, for example, things like that. I definitely want to go back to the attitude era.
Yes, sir. Yo, what's good, guys, man? Appreciate you guys coming through in the chat. We're about to start the show. We got to get into the news. So if you guys enjoying the show so far with the games for the week, the spotlight, or the PlayStation fun fact, hit the like button. Shout out to my man Chuck, man, for giving that idea for the PlayStation fun fact.
Fun fact, yeah. Shout out to Chuck.
But yeah, before we really dive into the news, just want to let everybody know a little update when it comes to Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin. The demo that we got on the PlayStation 5 or 4. Well, I don't know if it's coming out on the 4. I don't know. It's just PlayStation 5. I'm not too sure. But they extended the demo time because, it came out where it wasn't working. The game wasn't working. So for those people that downloaded and it wasn't working, they have extended the demo time so you guys can, get more time of the game. I haven't even started it yet. So that's really good news for me because I haven't even started the game yet. So, kudos on them for extending that.
You know what I mean? Shout out to them for that.
Yeah, I'm hearing that it wasn't working at all. So
yeah, when I downloaded it, it kept, every time I tried to start the game up, it kept saying it was corrupt.
Jeez.
So I'm like, I ended up deleting it off my entire console because
you don't want to see the C word.
Listen, last thing I want to see is something is corrupt on my drive, and then my whole system becomes corrupt because of that. So
you take that joint off quickly.
I was like, nah, you got to get off of here, bro.
Hey, yo, if I see any C word on my PlayStation, bro, that joint getting deleted. Corrupt, whatever it is, delete it.
That's a fact.
If they say check, I'm like, what? I see a C word. You know what I mean?
Gotta hit it with the
what? Bro, I didn't start that. I didn't even start that demo yet, man. Because I seen the tweets and all that, bro. I was like, yo,
it's good. It's good now. I played it this week. Like we was talking about offline. It's cool, but it's Bari, it's very, very rough.
It's a
bro.
very early build.
It's rough. Yeah, it's rough. It's rough, man. Like it's ashy. Some of the areas don't even look like it's completely completed. Like the tutorial area that you're in, I thought something was wrong with my You'll see. I thought something was wrong with my TV because the way the grass and everything look. I'm like, hey, what's going on here?
Yeah,
I really thought something was wrong with my TV.
I'm gonna definitely boot it up this weekend for sure.
You're going to enjoy the combat though. The combat's very fun and it's layered. I like it.
Oh yeah, I'm in there like swimwear, man. But you know what? Another game I'm in there like swimwear with Persona.
Let me know.
Hades is finally coming to PlayStation, where it's launching August 13th on the PlayStation 4 and 5. Finally, Hades is coming out for the PlayStation. Shout out to Shuhei Yoshida. Can we get a trophy for my man Shuhei Yoshida?
Big facts.
There you go, Shuhei, man. If you're listening, we just gave you 2 trophies right there. And those are goals, too. Those are goals. This is not for you guys in the chat. This is for Shuhei for bringing this wonderful, beautiful game. I'm a big fan of Supergiant games, man, because I like how they narrate their games. I like the music. The combat can be fun as well in their games. And Hades is a game I've been playing since, 2018 on Epic Game Store. So, yeah, it's a cool game. And I'm happy that it's finally coming to PlayStation. But Persona, what's your thoughts, man? Hades, is this something that you're gonna be looking into? Is this something that you want to play? A roguelike game, roguelite? I know that was frowned upon, a month or 2 ago.
I was gonna say, this game, like as soon as it went up in the store, it's been pre-ordered.
Yes, sir.
So I'm definitely into this. I was into this game when it first got shown off, but it wasn't coming to consoles at the time. So I'm like, all right, I'll wait. All right. I wasn't really pressed. But the fact that it's finally coming to PlayStation, I'm very, very happy because this is definitely a game that I'm definitely going to spend a lot of time on. I'm excited. Plus, it's a roguelike, and when you die, you start over.
Yeah.
It's like another game.
This is what was super funny to me when people were like bashing Returnal. It was like, yo, I don't like the concept of this. And this, I'm not talking about like the gamers. I'm talking about the industry people, like the journalists, right? Because a lot of people put this game was game of the year. They got a lot of game of the year awards, and it's a roguelite type game. You know what I mean? But everybody seemed like there wasn't like a kerfuffle about what roguelite meant when it came to Returnal. It's like, oh, I gotta die, start over. What do you think you're doing in this game? You know what I mean? How was it getting game of the year on your sites? You know what I mean? So I always felt like it was funny. And yes, you do have like permanent unlocks in the game and stuff like that, just like Returnal. So I thought it was always funny where Returnal got a lot of slander and it needs to have easy mode and all that stuff, but they're giving Hades
games like Dead Cells and Hades and all this other stuff. Don't have none of that. Not yet. Don't have none of that stuff. Or even Celeste. It's not necessarily a roguelike, but it's a very difficult game that it's hard to beat. Pause. And that's in the game of the year categories and stuff like that. So I'm just like, we know why people listen. We ain't gonna go down that path. This is a PlayStation positive podcast where we talk about all things PlayStation.
Yo, see right here, they said it right here. We're absolutely blown away by the initial response to Hades, which was named 2020's Game of the Year by more than 50 sources. These sources was like, yo, what the hell is Returnal? Why do Returnal have to be like this? Why does what I mean? I was like, yo, why is everybody shocked what Returnal is? Nobody knew what roguelike meant with Returnal, but a lot of people was very happy that Hades is coming to PlayStation or other platforms. I'm just like, agenda? I don't know. I don't know.
Listen, you might be onto something, Bari, but at the end of the day, it is coming to PlayStation. It's definitely going to get supported, and I'm excited. I'm excited for it. So now we need Square to stop playing around and put Octopath Traveler on PlayStation.
Do not bring up
and I'm happy.
Do not bring up Square this podcast. I'm
Oh yeah,
I'm still
sorry.
coping.
You still triggered.
I'm still
Yeah,
coping.
got you.
You
Got
notice I ain't say nothing square about the Strangers of Paradise. I just called it what the game was. I didn't mention Square Enix.
You ain't even mentioned that it was Final Fantasy Origins. You just straight up said Strangers of Paradise. Got you. No Square will be mentioned for the rest of this podcast.
I'm still coping with that goddamn E3 show.
Travesty of a show.
Yeah.
Travesty. It was Jesus.
But you know what's coming to PlayStation Persona, man? We have our first PlayStation 5 system software beta program coming to the PlayStation 5. And yeah, right now, you guys that's in the chat, the PlayStation Nation, can sign up to be a part of the beta program. So, you know, just like the PS4, they're continuing the whole beta program stuff. And they are going to select people out of the pool of PlayStation, you know, people that signed up to be a part of this beta program. I'm pretty sure they're going to have some type of NDA stuff when it comes to the beta program, where you probably can't do certain things. Like I remember the last update with a beta program for the PS4, some people couldn't do party chats because they were in a different type of functionality with
the way it was set up. Yeah.
But my thing is, I'm not just going to say the news and tell you the news. We're going to talk about it. We're going to elaborate. What's some things that you want to see personally come to, you know, PlayStation software or the PlayStation OS in itself? You know, that you would like to see come to the next firmware update.
So first off, as soon as this came up, I signed up for this with the quickness.
Absolutely.
I signed this to my PSN. I signed up. I'm always in the betas because, you know, PlayStation knows they're real fans, so they're gonna give the real fans priority access. Trust and believe. But for me, I think at the top of the list for me is definitely being able to utilize expandable storage within the console.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's probably the top of the list for me, just because, you know, I take a lot of, you know, with games looking prettier and better and more bigger and vast and whatnot, a lot more screenshots is getting taken, a lot more video is being taken, you know, like I'm not even kidding, Bari, I've got about 100 gigs of media on my PS5 from Yuffie all the way up to, you know, Ratchet, you know, and Destiny stuff and a bunch of other different things. So, you know, having that expandable storage where I can add 2 gigs, a 2 gig RAM, 2 gig memory stick into the console, that's probably the top of the list for me. And like what would be most important? 2 terabytes, sorry, not 2 gigs, 2 terabyte, which a 2 terabyte M4 is definitely going to cost an arm and a leg. But for me personally, it's worth it since the PS5 is my overall everything console.
Yeah, when it comes to that M2 drive and they open that up, yeah, I'm going for the highest.
Yeah, the highest that I can do.
Capacity. You know what I mean? Like I don't give a fuck about the price of none of that.
Yeah. Like even if like I'm hoping by the time they announce that they have about 5 terabytes or something. That
they're gonna cost more than the console.
I mean, I don't care. I mean, you know, I don't care. So, you know, if they have that, then, you know, it will be bought. But that's just me. The other thing that I want is I actually want. How do I explain it? I want themes. I'm thinking about it now. I want themes. I do want themes, and I want folders. I need folders because I hate that whenever I play a game and then I don't touch it for a bit, or I open up any other games or whatever the case may be, it goes away. It goes off the screen, and you can't, like, you know how on the PS4 it's like just this long X and B where you can just go all the way and search. I have to go into the collections, and that's not really a big deal for me, but having folders, how I had it on the PS4, where I had my shooters in one folder, my JRPGs in another, my action adventure, my PlayStation exclusive, all that stuff. I want that again on the PlayStation 5 so that I want to see everything as soon as I log in. You get what I'm saying?
I have a different take. Like I don't want themes. Well, I'm not saying I don't want it, but I have a different take on themes and folders. So when it comes to themes, I like how the PlayStation 5 is because you personally get like a own theme in itself for every game. Where I think themes can strive in PlayStation 5 is in the explore area. You know what I mean? Like I don't really need to see the background of the news article that you're trying to tell me about. I would like to have like a theme there And you know what I mean, it's in the background where the news article is overlaying on top of the theme. I think that would be cool for them to do that, because I personally like going to each game and then having its own little, background, or sometimes they have its own little music. Remind me like the PS3 days. And when it comes to folders, I don't want folders in the main screen. I want folders in the library. So if I want to categorize, JRPGs, I want to categorize fighters within the library, it's easier for me to scroll in the library rather than scrolling all the way down trying to find a game or searching it. You know what I mean? So that's my take on it. You know what I mean? Maybe a little different than what you think, but that's my take on it.
No. That actually makes sense in terms of the folders. Themes, themes is kind of just like a pipe dream, just because I like having those themes, man, because PS4, it just was a really dope thing. One of the biggest things that I want as well actually pertains to the quick start menu screen. Like when you tap the PS button, not hold. I want to be able to truly customize what is on that screen. So that whole top 10 stories, and I want to be able to remove that shit. I want to be able to like put
the explore.
Yeah, like the explore stuff. Like I really don't want that on my quick start screen. You get what I'm saying? Like I want to get that off.
Jack Moulay, so yo, they limit the X and B. Yeah, they kind of do limit to like 9 tiles.
Yeah, they limit it. And then I want to be able to truly customize the quick start and add like like being able to like see all your games and be able to choose a game from the quick start or something like that. Being able to add in and out. What's that area?
Yeah, I feel like
different categorize like specific cards. So like all right, so you know how we have the card system now, right? I want to be able to like have like an area on this in the quick menu where it can show me which activities I'm closest to completing, regardless of what game it is, but which activities I'm closest to completing, and prioritize which ones I want to see first and not.
Well, when it comes to first party games,
it's only with games that you're on in the moment, though. Yeah,
like I know with Ratchet and Clank, like it has the order of what you're close to next to. Like so, if I'm looking for golden bolts, it's going to have that next to in the quick menu. And it depends on the game. I think it's more for first party games. It will have that stuff. Well, I get what you're saying, but you talking about you want to see for other games outside of what you're playing right now.
Yeah, like because you can pull up you don't have to be in a game to pull up a quick start, to pull up the quick start guide.
Yeah, I know. You just got to go into the hub of the game.
Yeah. So, but outside of that, I don't know, man. I really. I'd have to think about that a little bit longer, because really it's just the expandable storage. That's like the biggest thing for me in the moment, because really with PlayStation 5, they do a lot of everything else pretty good. The other thing is, whatever fix they need to do to stop all these crashes and stuff that's happening, I hope that's also included in this big update as well. Because there's definitely I've been having some issues with that as of late. Because
you always talking about something crashing.
Yeah, Ratchet and Clank crashed on me like 2 or 3 nights ago.
How many times?
So that's something. Once. It only crashed once. But still, like I'm just like, how many times? You remember what happened with Returnal, where my whole joint got corrupted. I just don't want that to happen again. And it seems to really only be happening because it happened with Returnal and it happened with Ratchet. It doesn't really happen with Destiny. When I play Destiny, that doesn't happen.
Destiny's garbage. So, but I'm joking. You know what I would like to see?
I mean, I could just gloss over that, bro. You need to apologize to Destiny. Destiny is greatness.
I'm not apologizing to shit.
Destiny is greatness. You understand? Destiny is life. You gonna respect Destiny. But go ahead, continue.
I'm not apologizing to shit, but what the biggest thing I want for the PlayStation 5 when it comes to the OS is how they utilize the double tapping on the PlayStation button. So that is the only thing from the PlayStation 4 that I really will want to come to PlayStation 5, because how they did it on the PlayStation 4, it was genius. You know what I mean? So let's say I'm playing the game, I'm playing Ratchet and Clank 2016, and I go into trophies, to look like what trophy I need to get or whatnot. I can just double tap and it go right back into the game. The PlayStation 5, the double tap functionality doesn't work like that. You know what I mean? It's a much longer process to get back into the game. So what I would like them for it to do is to make it just like the PlayStation 4. PlayStation 5, if I'm playing a game and I go into trophies, I would have to press the PlayStation button, go to the switcher, then go into, back to the game. You know what I mean? Where, PlayStation 4, you can just double tap, boop, boop, right back into wherever you left off, the last two things that you left off in. And if I want to go back to trophies, I double tap, boop, boop, and it's right there back into the trophy. Well, PlayStation 5 doesn't do that. Well, PlayStation 5, if you double tap, I think it pulls up the Explorer. It gives you like the latest articles on the Explorer stuff if you double tap. And I'm like, I don't really want that. You know what I mean? Like, give me back the functionality of the PlayStation 4 with the PlayStation button, the double tapping. And that's my biggest thing that I want for PlayStation 5, to be honest with you.
Here's another thing. I just thought about it. And I don't know why this isn't on the PS5 because it's on the PS4. But in the media gallery, I like for it to categorize stuff that I've already uploaded.
Oh,
stuff that has been uploaded. That stuff is really confusing.
Yo, that's actually number two for me. That's actually number two for me because number two for me is when you do upload something to like Twitter or YouTube, PlayStation 4, it will let you know this was already uploaded with a little symbol. PlayStation 5, it does not have that. Another thing that I want to see is when you're editing clips, have a second, 5 second, 10 second where you can you can edit from where. All right, so let me break. So PlayStation 4, when you're editing a clip, like when you're trying to trim a clip, you save a clip, right? And you're trying to get that precise moment on where you're trying to start or end it. You can be like, oh, I want to segment the clip into every second. So it's every second intervals or every 5 second intervals. I don't know why
they got rid of that either.
Yeah, they don't have that.
That was such a good feature on the PS4 when you were editing and trimming clips in the media gallery to upload to YouTube or Twitter. I don't know why they got rid of that, bro. I'm sitting there, I'm like, that was because you can really like edit down to the second, and it had every clip section. Yeah, they have to add that back. They have to.
Like I think they need to add that back, and just what clips has been shared. Like I gotta go on my phone to be like, oh yeah, I upload this on Twitter already. I can delete this now. You know what I mean? Where I feel like they need to add that stuff. My man Sam Ash said double tap the PlayStation button while Returnal, and they brought it at. No, that's just one. You just need one tap to do that for Returnal. Double tapping is going to bring up the Explorer thing. The Explorer thing is going to bring it up to the left side of the screen. But that's really my thing. Yeah, the SSD, as far as the M2 drive, of course, but those are my like top three things I want them to bring back, because I felt like that stuff wasn't broken. You know what I mean? That stuff didn't need to be fixed. That stuff should be carrying over with the PlayStation 5 in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then the M2 drive and all that, yeah, cool. It is what it is.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, man, let's move along, man. You know what I mean? So hopefully, we get into the beta to see what's going on with it, and we'll see the next update. Hopefully they
see how amazing it is.
When it comes to another update, somebody's gonna be like, "Yo, I wish the PlayStation could just like transform." And I'm like, what? They always bring up something. They always bring up something.
I wish it could just transform into a Autobot and just cook me breakfast.
Yeah, like why PlayStation can't say, hey, welcome with my name? They should really add that. I think that would be a great feature. I'm like, all right, bro, you got it. Yo, Persona.
Yo, what's up?
I know you saw this news. And I saw this news. So when I saw the news, I know you saw it because I saw it. And when you saw it, you know that I saw it because you saw it. Because we all see it when the PlayStation news comes, right?
Yeah.
This got me a little excited, man. Sony registers new trademark for PlayStation Experience Event, also known as PSX. So they are saying here that the next Sony event can possibly come here on July 8th this year for a PlayStation Experience event. I think that's what they called the second event, right? No, it was the first event. The PlayStation Experience first event. Remember when they had the little trailer?
No, it's Future of Gaming.
Oh yeah, the Future of Gaming. Yeah, right.
PlayStation Experience is the December event that we used to go to back in the day.
Yeah.
So pretty much what they're saying is that we may get an announcement of a PlayStation Experience happening later this year at this rumored event that PlayStation is supposed to be happening in July.
Yeah, there's a lot of rumors going around that PlayStation is going to have another showcase. It's supposed to be end of June. Now it's July.
End of June. Now it's July. Yeah. So let's play the what if, right? Let's play the what if game, Bari. If this is the case, are you going? Are you going to go
to the PlayStation? Of course.
I'm going.
My thing is that these insiders are full of shit when it comes to these shows.
Yeah, they're definitely full of shit.
Because I feel like everybody want to play the I want to feel good role. You know what I mean? Everybody's at E3, PlayStation not there. All of a sudden, let me write up an article saying PlayStation going to have an event in June, right?
Yeah.
Then you don't hear shit. Oh, let's push it back a week.
I meant July. Nothing happens in July.
I mean?
No, I meant August. Nothing happens in August. Nah, it's September for sure. Like
the only thing that's factual when it comes to this article here is what I want people to focus on is the actual trademark for the PlayStation Experience. This is the actual trademark right here. Saying PSX right here. You know what I mean? So this is the only factual thing. Everything else in this article talking about we previously reported Sony next event being July 8th is full of shit. Until PlayStation come out and say it, that's when I'm like, okay, yeah.
Oh yeah, until PlayStation comes out and actually confirms that, this is nothing but rumor that should be taken with a grain of salt. But again, playing the what if game, if PlayStation does come out with a PSX event, that's going to be really good for the community.
The thing is, I don't think it's going to be like how the traditional PlayStation Experience is. I think it's going to be a virtual event, like a showcase.
I don't think so. I think the only reason why I said that is because, I mean, you heard about the news out here in New York where, almost, about 70% of people have been vaccinated, and we are open 100%. I think if projections keep going well, we may see the entire country open back up 100%. And realistically, a lot of the country didn't close down anyway. So I think this holiday, because New York Comic Con is happening this year, San Diego Comic Con is happening at the end of the second half of the year. A lot of events, a lot of concerts are starting to come back, and they're already selling tickets, and tickets are selling out. There's a lot of things happening right now, and within the near future, where I can see PlayStation announcement of PSX events for December in Cali, and it sell out. It will definitely sell out. It will, because people are dying to get out. Two, this would be a nice way of PlayStation to kind of welcoming their fans back. Because remember, PlayStation Experience, the last experience was in 2017, or was it 2018? 2017 or 2018.
It was that 2018 dog shit show. Where they
No, it was. I think 2017 was the last year.
No, 2017 was actually a good one. 2018 was the bad one where they had.
No, that was 2016.
No, that was the good 20 one. Maybe it was 2017 because I remember where people went there and they didn't even have a God of War trailer station there.
Yeah, that was 2017. Yeah, that was 2017.
They had Days Gone. Areas where you can take a picture.
They let you paint that was definitely 2017 because 2018 is when God of War came out and Spider-Man. 2017, that was the last one they did, and that one was terrible because
dog shit.
They had like this. There was no God of War like kiosk to demo the game or nothing. They had this God of War face painting bullshit. Then with Spider-Man, no demos, no kiosks. They had this this helicopter with Mr. Negative and Spider-Man that you could take a picture with.
When did Marvel vs. Capcom come out? What year? 2018?
2017.
Marvel vs. Capcom came out in 2017?
Yes, that was shown in 2016.
No, it was not.
Yes.
Oh yeah, he probably was right. You probably right.
Let me pull out the Googles, bro.
You probably was right. You probably because now I'm remembering because 2015 is the one I went to. 2016 and 17 I missed. Yeah, so 2017 was probably the last one.
Infinite.
Yeah, I think you're right. You're right.
When did this shit release, bro? Was it release? Yes, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite released September 19th, 2017.
Yeah.
2016
PSX was fire.
Yes, that was the best. Yes, because you remember that 2016 PSX, you and I both dual streamed.
Yeah.
And that's when we had got the Last of Us announcement. We had got Final Fantasy 16. They had showed Final Fantasy 7 remake, a little bit of gameplay. It was all types of stuff that they showed. That was 2016. 2017 December, that was the last PlayStation experience that they did. Right, and that one was asked because they had God of War face painting bullshit and the Spider-Man. I'm mad at listen, I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of pissed that I paid to go to. But anyway, it was a cool experience though, because they did have a lot of. Because I played like the China Hero Project games, like Lost Soul Aside and all that other stuff. It was cool stuff there. But then they had that Days Gone zombie section where like you couldn't. There was no kiosk to play games or nothing. It was just a bunch of people behind a gate pretending to be zombies. And I'm sitting there like, hey, yo, bro, what? They had Uncharted 4 Thieves and Lost Legacy kiosk. I'm like, bro, what is going on here, bro?
That joint was garbage.
It was bad. But it's 2021. So I do think it would be cool to have it back. I would go. I would definitely go, and I do think they should have it back.
I feel like if they was going to do it, I don't think they was going to. It's not going to be in 2021. It's probably going to be 2022, like early or probably March 2022, something like that. Yeah, I just feel like it's good, but it's still a little too early to have all that stuff. Yeah, New York Comic Con, I understand that, but PlayStation, I don't know if they're going to be that risky. You know what I mean? Especially the people that pull out of E3 because of the whole COVID thing first. You think they will have an event first?
Yes, because all they would have to do is just require people to be vaccinated to go. That's it. Other places are doing it, so why not? You have to be vaccinated to even get on a plane. So if anybody is flying to this place, they're vaxxed. They're fully vaxxed because you can't get on a plane without being fully vaccinated, or that's something that they're pushing to do. So it's like, listen, man, I go.
We gonna see. But I'm happy that it is being trademarked. So there is something of an inkling of it coming back. So that is something that I think is missed within the PlayStation community itself, because it's a different experience when you're watching it and when you're actually going, like talking to like-minded people that's there, and people's just like. Just want to have a good time. Those are
not no fake neutral fanboy.
They're not fake neutral.
Like-minded. These are just PlayStation fans that have like these big PlayStation collections, play all the games. They just love PlayStation.
And you see the fraud ass media in there too as well. People hanging out their cars. So I'm like, yeah, follow me on Twitter, man. I follow you back, and they unfollow you, fraud ass. You know what I mean? You see those people in there too, man. Just be careful of those people. I can name a few of them, trust me. But let's move it along, man. Because Persona, a game that I was very, very excited for, where I'm still excited for the game, but they kind of changed the game up a little bit. Now we see why the game has been delayed, where Babylon Falls, they're reintroducing Babylon Falls as now a multiplayer type game, where they're saying launching on PlayStation 5 and 4, Babylon Falls is an online co-op action RPG set in high fantasy world that lets you fight powerful enemies and bosses while exploring the mysterious Tower of Babylon. Create your character, defeat gigantic foes, collect loot, and craft equipment to customize your own build and play style. Like, the game sounds very, very fun. I'm not discrediting it. The game looks good to me. I like the art style as well. But they definitely changed it.
It's different from what they first showed us, man. This was not what was expected, right? I'm getting Godfall vibes from this, Bari. I'll be honest with what I was reading. I'm definitely getting Godfall vibes.
I'm not getting no Godfall vibes of this. Where
I'm
are you
saying
getting the Godfall?
I'm
Because it's a
saying
multiplayer game.
yes, because they're because it's co-op. It's
Yo, that
it's a fantasy.
yo,
Hold
real
on,
talk.
hold on.
I
See,
hate
I'm
when
not
people do
no,
it.
no, because I know it's you. I'm not saying that it's like Godfall and it's playing like no. What I'm saying is,
So what does that mean when you say
something
Godfall vibes? What does that mean?
in terms of the co-op aspect in a fantasy world?
Nah, I'm not going. I'm
Oh my God.
I'm not gonna agree with
Oh
you. There's many co-op games in the fantasy world.
Yes, but I'm thinking that's one of the games that came to mind. That's what I'm saying. That was one of the yes.
And
There
I
are
love
many
Godfall.
games.
I love Godfall, but I just because a game is co-op and is in a fantasy world, you know what I mean? Like, this game, I didn't get nothing. When I hear Godfall vibes, this is what comes to my mind: similarity as far as gameplay and how the game is structured. You know what I mean? That's like the vibes when I hear that type of terminology. But go ahead, my bad. Go ahead, continue. Yeah, I love Godfall.
I love Godfall,
Yeah.
Jack. Godfall is great.
Yo, Godfall. The thing is, let me tell Jeff what the difference is. We actually play the game. You know what I mean? We can actually. Matter of fact, we did the whole thing co-op together. We did the whole story co-op together.
Yeah. You know, man, I was pissed off when they showed this because I was mad at the fact that it just changed up so significantly from what I first saw, and we still don't have a date for this, and we still don't know like when this is.
Yeah, I agree.
When this is coming out, and like it looked ashy. Like it just listen, man, I don't know.
It's the near automata art style. The near automata. Yeah. It's a near art style though. I guess that painting kind of look. I don't know what. I don't know.
Yeah, but I'm gonna give the game a chance.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get this. I will agree with you where when it first was shown, it looked better than what it's showing now. Now that you're adding this whole multiplayer online aspect, I'm guessing you probably got to scale down on graphical quality and look and all that stuff because
even if it was only on PS5, you wouldn't have to deal with that. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, and you also got to compensate for the actual online portion of rendering other characters within the game. So, but it still intrigued me that you have like a online JRPG type game. You know what I mean? Action type game. So that part intrigues me as well. You know what I mean? Like I would rather it have like a character focus rather than creating a character. You probably have this silent protagonist type shit. But we're gonna see when the game come out, man. Hopefully, I don't think it's coming out this year because they ain't say shit, right? They ain't say nothing about this year.
It's not coming out this year.
But
this is definitely 2022.
There's gonna be a closed beta.
A beta's supposed to be coming out this year.
Yeah, I signed up for it. There's gonna be a beta coming out this year. So hopefully I like it, man. But so far, the look wise, it doesn't look appeasing. It looks all right, but it doesn't look appeasing to me. But just the scope of everything, as far as I know who's developing it, I know the action is going to be pretty good. And I know it's going to be...
Combat's going to be good, but it's just like, yo, man, like, it's a bait and switch kind of, sort of, just a little bit, not a whole lot. Because it's just like, yo...
They just added multiplayer. They added...
everything, I don't know, man. I'm also in the vein of like, yo, everything don't... No, first, I don't want to play with my friends, man. I want to just play a singular, and yeah, you can play by yourself, but I just don't want, like, I feel like when some devs do this, where they put like these co-op multiplayer aspects into these types of games, it ends up falling apart because people end up playing by themselves anyway, or people ain't got 4 friends that want to play this all at the same time, that are all in the same level, in the same area, doing the same thing. And it's just like, yo, man, like,
me personally, I don't mind. I don't mind the co-op
just
stuff.
Don't need to be multiplayer, bro, or co-op, man. Like certain things just need to be a singular experience. And I think for Babylon Falls, this is one of those games that I just wish was just the dev team would have just focused on creating a game with the character, story, structure, and just put the RPG elements into it, and just keep it moving, bro. Like I feel like they're doing too much, man. I'm gonna give it a chance.
I gotta see how they implement the online stuff in the game, because I don't mind co-op stuff, but the only thing I hate when people implement this co-op shit is just how limited you are in co-op. As far as like, if somebody's rushing through the stage, it's automatically tethering you or teleporting you to where the person is. I don't like that stuff.
Stuff like that makes you not. But things like that make you not want to play with friends as well. Because if someone wants to rush through and just get through it and get through the level and don't want to search search there,
I'm
so
saying
you end up playing by yourself anyway.
I'm saying if it's like that, if it's not like that, I'll definitely play it. Like that's the only thing that puts me away from some of these co-op games is that how they implement it. They be tethering people. Like Anthem, great game, but they tether you. You know what I mean? Where it really and truly made me stop playing it. I was like, I don't want to play this bullshit because I want to see what the devs is creating. I want to explore. You know what I mean? So. But the fact that this is I don't think they're going to tether you in this game. Just reading description, JRPG type game. I don't think there's going to be any type of tethering, but we'll see. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, like I said, I like Platinum. I like Square. I like the people that's developing the game. So I feel like the game itself is going to be good. It's just how they implement the co-op.
Yeah, but also the other thing too is some of these developers don't build when you play, especially if you playing all right, so for example, Godfall, right? As much as we loved Godfall, right? Once we got through the story, really the only thing was to do was the Ascended Towers, the Trials, right? Which we couldn't even get through because this shit kept crashing. But with a lot of these developers, and then we waited almost 6 months. Remember they said that the expansion was coming early in the year. We gotta wait till when? Like in June or August. But when it comes to a lot of these types of games with these co-op aspects, the story is either lacking, the content is not enough. Because you gotta remember, you have to create content that's enough for multiple people at once. You can't create something that's a singular experience or meant to be beefy as a singular experience into a co-op game. And then when you got 3 or 4 people that burn through the content in a week, the game dies or the game is just not worth playing anymore. So it's like, that's why I say a singular experience with these types of games would be better because, if someone's playing a JRPG by themselves, they're going to put time into it because it requires more of an effort. If you got 4 people going at the same piece of content and, you're not putting enough in there to compensate for the 4 people, it dies, bro. It's just not enough.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, but you going more in the line that the game is trying to be a service-based game.
It is. Read the article. It is. It is, bro. Read the article. That's what it is.
Right here, I'm not getting a service-based game. They saying that this is an online co-op action. Just because a game like Godfall.
What does online co-op action mean, Bari? Come on, bro.
No, that's not service. Like a game that has co-op in the game.
What is it?
It doesn't have to be a service-based game. You can have a singular story, but it has co-op. Like a lot of people thought Godfall, if you really look at what the devs themselves said, this is a game you can start from finish to end. It's not a service-based game, but what people equated it to, a service-based game because it has online. That's the stupidity of the community where they not want to listen to the developer rather than trying to assume what it is. Listen to what the developer is.
Stupid?
No, I'm not. I'm saying that. I'm saying that.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen in the chat, y'all heard it. This man just called me stupid.
No, I'm addressing the community more so than you. I'm addressing the community more so than you.
You're my brother, man. My man just said you stupid.
No, because I'm feeling like people saying that because the game has co-op in it is a service. That's like. Is Streets of Rage 4 a service-based game?
No,
it has co-op,
but it's not structured like that,
bro.
It's not. That's not structured.
Exactly my point. Godfall was not structured to be a service-based game. But what are you saying? You just brought it up and said that Godfall they need to add this. The devs themselves said this is a game that you can start from end. Is from beginning to end. There's no service-based stuff. A service-based game.
I'm telling you what they said. This is a lot. The Babylon Falls is a live service game. I'm telling you, bro. That's what this is. I'm not capping.
I just read through this whole. I didn't see not one thing they said about live service in here. Maybe it is. I'm not sure.
I might be wrong. I might be wrong.
I didn't see anything about that. I'm seeing.
I might be wrong, bro. From what I'm reading. I get service vibes from this.
Yeah, but that's where I'm trying to detract you from because you're equating an online co-op experience to be service based. It doesn't have to be a service based. If they're coming out here and say, here's the game that we have here, here's our roadmap to providing content over the time, where the game is not finished. If they're saying that this game has a beginning and an end, that is not
but it's still
a service-based game.
Providing more content after the fact, though. It's a service game, right? Because they have a roadmap, of content,
No, but where's the roadmap? Persona, show me where does it have the roadmap?
I don't know. We'll get it in due time. We'll get it into what game gives you a beta, but isn't a service-based game.
Yeah, because it has an online component. They testing the online.
Yes,
that is not a service.
All right. Okay. Marvel had a beta.
I can say this. Gears of War back in the day, like Gears of War 3, is that a service-based game?
Yeah, it has map packs and stuff like that. Yes.
It has what?
It has map packs and things like that. It's continuously added on to the game. Yes.
That doesn't. Yo, how long does the map pack last for Gears of War 3, sir?
Doesn't matter. It's adding on to the game. It's a service.
Nah.
It's not a service.
Nah.
So COD is not a is COD a service?
COD is a service-based game. Yes.
Ow. Explain.
Because the main focus of COD, the online portion, is a continuing. It's not an end to it. It's continuing.
Okay. So what is Gears then?
Gears have an end. Is Gears still have content? Does it still have content?
Yes. Oh no, but there is an end with COD games as well. The next COD comes out, they stop supporting the Cold War and start supporting that.
Wrong.
Oh really?
Wrong.
Oh really? Ghost is still getting supported?
Wrong. Because
Modern Warfare 2 is still getting supported?
You can play Modern Warfare with the same freaking what you call it? What's the battle royale mode? You can still do that.
That's something completely separate. I'm talking about the COD
that's
multiplayer,
part
not
of
the
the game.
Warzone.
That's part of the game.
I'm not talking Warzone though. Warzone is a service in itself, but even the multiplayer of COD is also a service because it's continually adding on to the experience. New battle pass every month, new seasons and things like that, new maps, new guns.
Yeah, but I'm
Gears
saying
Gears 3 did the same thing with new maps, new map packs and things like that. It's always been like that.
No, Gears had a set amount of maps that they told you that you're gonna get, and that was it. There wasn't like
they added more maps to that though. They added more maps.
No, they didn't. But my whole point, what I'm saying is that just because a game has co-op doesn't mean that it's a service-based game. That's all I'm saying. I think people are putting that notion too much into game. If it is a service-based game, I'm yet to see, because I don't see in this article from PlayStation site. But if it is, then the conversation is definitely different. But
co-op, the co-op aspect, no. Like I do agree with you where, just because there's co-op in a game, that doesn't mean that this is a service. Like, like It Takes Two or something like that. Like, yes. But with the way they're explaining it, the vibes I'm getting is this is going to be a continuously evolving experience. So now I might be wrong, and I'll hold my L.
This is going to be like an Elder Scrolls or a Final Fantasy 14.
Yes. That's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what I think this is going to be. Look at what they're saying.
I don't get
it's for play. Read what they're saying that you can do, bro. You can be a sorcerer. You can have hammers. They have the what's the power? It's this power. I forgot the name of the power, but it's the power that lets you wield multiple weapons. They got the hammers. They got the sorcerer staffs. They got the bows and all this other shit. What the hell does that sound like to you?
That sound like a game. They explain the mechanics of the game. It doesn't tell me service.
But they're explaining what they can do. But 4 players and you're playing online and doing all this other stuff, fighting enemies and getting gear and all that stuff with 4 players. What's that? What is that, Bari? Come on, Bari, man. For real, bro. Really?
No, I don't see that.
All right.
I'm sorry.
All right.
I'm sorry.
All right. No, fair enough. Because we could talk about this all day. Fair enough. We'll wait. We'll wait for more information to come out, and we'll revisit this conversation.
Oh yeah, we're definitely
fair enough.
Fair enough.
Okay.
But I think you're wrong about it.
Okay. This guy.
We'll see.
All right. I think you're wrong, but we'll see.
Because like most live service games, according to what people say in the chat, and the definition is that you're being continually charged. You know what I mean? That's a live service game.
All right.
So I'm wrong about facts.
No.
That's what you're saying?
No, you're right.
I'm wrong about facts.
Nah, you're complicit. You are completely right. All I'm saying is we're going to wait for more information to come out because I am willing to bet that you will be pleasantly surprised at what this game turns out to be. Based off what they said in that dev interview, when they showed that long-ass interview and all this other stuff, it's most definitely going to be a service-based game. Let me see what Vic just sent me something.
And I put up.
Oh yeah. Listen, Polygon. Oh yes. Let me tag you in this, my boy. Let me tag. Yo, shout out to my boy Vic. Let me tag Bari in that. Go check the Twitters. Check the tweet. Check the Twitters real quick, bro. Babylon Falls from Platinum Games is now a live service game. Listen, bro, I'm telling you, the dev talk that they did, I watched that. I read them subtitles, bro. Unless the subtitles is wrong, this is what they said. I'm telling you, bro. Listen, bro. I'm telling you, that's what they said, bro. That's what they said.
It said, according to the game YouTube description, the game. They're going off the YouTube description, by the way. The game will include content, game modes, and will be released for free.
That don't sound like a service-based game to you, bro?
Yo. No, it does not.
That don't sound like a service. All right, Bari. All right, bro.
Bro,
typically, chat, y'all hear this? Mans can't give me my W, bro. Can't give. This problem with these brought.
Typically, a live service game is something that will be overly charging you for content. You know what I mean? Like expansion, stuff like that. That's a live service game. That is the definition. That's
never mind that, bro.
That's like if a fighting game gives you new colors, that's a service based game. Stop it, man.
It's continuously
it's not.
adding.
It's not Persona. It's not.
Yes, it is.
It's not.
All right, bro. Fighting games are definitely a service-based game because you get new fighter packs every 3 or 6 months or something like that. Fighting games are most definitely service-based games because you get new characters all the time. What I'm telling you is, with Babylon Falls, this game is now going to be a live service co-op experience. They're going to keep adding on content. Regardless if it's free or not, it's still a continuously evolving experience. It's not a static experience. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But we'll see. We'll wait for more information from the developers to come out.
But yeah, like I'm saying, like the definition is that you're continuing paying for it. It's a continuing service that you're paying for. They're the same.
Oh my God! So that means that COD is not. So then, by your definition, COD is not a live service game because you don't pay for none of those season updates.
Yes, but you're paying for the map pack. Yes, you are.
No, you don't. You don't pay for none of those maps. You don't pay for none of those weapons. You don't pay for none of that stuff. All that stuff can be earned for free. The new maps and everything that you get in Call of Duty.
No, you cannot.
Yes, you can.
No, you cannot.
Yes, you can.
Bro,
yes, you can.
Because at the end of the day, if you want the content that you're unlocking, you have to pay a premium. What?
No, you do not. That is by choice. Again, when a season update happens for Call of Duty, the maps are free, the modes are free, the guns are free, everything is free. You don't have to pay for that seasonal update, right or wrong?
You don't have to pay for the seasonal update. Yes, that's correct.
By your definition, COD is not a live service game.
Nah, because they still offer like a battle pass kind of thing. You know what I mean? Where if you want content that you are unlocking within the battle pass, you have to pay for it. There's content there that you unlocked that you have to pay for.
Okay. All right.
And like I said, you bringing up one game doesn't really prove your point because I could bring up many games that you have to pay for to get the content. And but those are considered live service.
The bulk of because the things
just
that
because
you get from Battle Pass,
you bring up one example.
What I'm saying
over
is
a multitude of examples.
The thing that you get from the Battle Pass mostly is cosmetic, right? The bulk of the content that comes to Call of Duty, the new modes, the new weapons, the new maps, the new activities in Warzone, all of that stuff is free. It's a free update that they do every season. Mm-hmm. Is that a live service? By your definition, is that considered a live service or not? I need a yes or no.
Yeah, I'll say that's live service, yes.
But correct. It's free.
Yeah.
How is it a live service if it's free?
Because you're continuing to add content, keeping the interest of the gamers, yes.
Damn, that's what I initially said, though. And you said that I was wrong. And I said that that's what they're doing with Babylon Falls. And you said, no, that doesn't make it a live service game.
No, but what I'm saying is that majority of what games as a service, live services is that they add content there and they charge you for that content. They're monetizing you for that content. I'm saying you're bringing up one example, like with COD, doesn't negate the examples that I can bring up to you, like Final Fantasy, like Elder Scrolls, that's charging you to continue content. If I ask you the same question with that, what are you going to say? Yes or no?
Yes, though, by the definition, yes.
Is that not proving my point as well, sir?
What point? The point that I'm trying to make is that regardless if it's being paid for or not, it still falls into the category of a live service. If you're telling me that Final Fantasy and Elder Scrolls and stuff like that, you have to pay for those expansions, is that a live service? Yes. I agree with you 1 million percent.
The reason why it's tiptoeing.
Let me finish my thought because you're negating what I said as not being true. I'm saying that Babylon Falls I didn't negate because I say yes, COD, yes. But what I'm saying, the reason why I don't like the concept where you're tiptoeing is because, like, say a game like Spider-Man come out and it has DLC after the what? Is that a service-based game? Because they're giving out extra content? Yeah. Yes, you have to pay for it, right? Did you have to pay for the Spider-Man DLCs?
It's just DLC. I wouldn't consider the game a live service game, like a game as a service.
It's not a live service, but it's still a service. You're still adding on to an existing product. No, yes or no?
No, that's why I'm saying that. That's why I'm saying that you're. I'm not saying that you're super wrong with your terminology, but I'm saying is that you can, the way how you defining it, you can put that on with every single game. That's where I'm trying to detract you from of what an actual games as a service is what I'm trying to, that's my whole point of what I'm trying to make. Because if under your definition, every game that has a DLC content after, you're going to put that as a live service game. And I'm pretty sure if I say that to everybody in the chat, they're going to be like, no. But according to what you're saying, that's what you're saying.
Is Assassin's Creed Valhalla a live service game?
No.
Why? It's adding on different contents and different episodes and stuff like that. It's continually building onto the existing product. Right or wrong?
How long is the content being there? I don't know. I don't play Assassin's Creed no more. I don't know.
You got an expansion coming out in 2 weeks. Or they just had the expansion come out like a month ago.
But that's exactly what I'm trying to tell you, brother, man. That's exactly what I'm trying to tell you. With your definition, you can put whatever is Streets of Rage 4 a live service game because they have new DLC coming. According to your definition, yes.
No. All right. So then no.
Now you're going against your definition.
No. See, yo, Bari, you trying to trip me up. Yo, you talking to me, Bari, not one of these.
Because I'm trying to listen, bro. I'm trying. A lot of people's coming at me in the chat, but I'm trying to paint the picture of what you're saying and what you're telling me. That's what
I understand that, but to stay in the realm of Babylon Falls, my initial point was that based off what they are saying that Babylon Falls is going to be now, it sounds like it's going to be moving into the realm of a live service game. You told me that a live service game, that Babylon Falls cannot be a live service game because you're not paying for anything in the game.
Yeah,
a live service. You told me a live service game is something that has to be paid for. That's what you initially said.
Yes, because what I'm saying is that when a game is considered a games as a service, like it has that genre on it. This is a live service joint. It's most likely you're going to see it. You're going to have expanded content where you have to pay for it, or you have monthly charges that you have to pay for. That's what typically a games as a service or a live service stuff is. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like if you look at games that is defined underneath that stuff, like a Final Fantasy 14, Elder Scrolls, like games that's typically games as a service. That's its defining. That's its definition. That's what you're understanding. You're going outside of the boat of the saying, oh, but if it charges you for this and charges you for that, it's live service. That's where I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to detract you from and keep you away from that, because if by your definition, every single game can be considered games as a service or a live service to you under your definition. But a game that is primarily structured as a games as a service. This is what is defined and why it's a games as a service. That is where I'm. That's my whole point of what I'm trying to say. You brought me to an article, and they came to the basis of this is a live service based on a YouTube description as far as getting free content. You know what I mean? That's your proof of it being live service. In the beginning, I always said, like, if it's live service, we get more information. It's live service. I'm not saying that it's not. I'm not saying that it isn't. All I'm saying is that stop using every single multiplayer game that has co-op in there and naming it as a live service. That's what I'm saying. That's my whole point.
Okay. All right.
Are we done?
I mean, we could keep going back and forth for the rest of the podcast, but for the sake of the podcast, we will agree to disagree in this part.
I ain't agree to disagree with shit. I'm trying to tell you what it is.
I can't accept what you're telling me as fact.
Shout out to my man Persona, man. Yo, they say I got the old understanding. All right, I got you guys. All right, let's move on, man. Yo, Persona, today's a special day, by the way.
Let me know.
Today's a special day, man. The Last of Us Part 2 anniversary, man. Guess what we got? Guess what we got, man?
Nothing.
We got factions, guys. Let's give it up. Trophies, let's go. Factions.
We ain't got no factions. What you talking about?
Huh?
We ain't got no factions. What you talking about?
Hey, we got some new merch, man. We got some new merch. We got some new merch. We got a nice little shirt here. I can see you wearing this one right here. This little button-up shirt right here.
Listen, I'm sorry, bro. I'll be damned if I walk out the house with a button up with hammers all around that shit.
What
bro.
you mean? I'll crush this with a nice little blue pants and like a little polo, sneakers, whatnot. I'll crush this.
I'm good.
Yo, but yeah, man, to celebrate The Last of Us, yo, Jack said that new merch is ass. Yo, you don't like the bag, Jack? What's going on, man? Persona, come on. You at least like the bag.
I like that little zip, not the bag, the little zip thing. Something I can put in my pocket and hide. That's what.
Hey, yo, man, listen, yo.
Yo, listen.
Go ahead, bro.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest, bro.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna be honest, man. What's going on at Naughty Dog, bro? Because this fall from grace is crazy, boy. Like, yo, Insomniac been bought for 2 years now. They've been up on the PlayStation, and they are crushing it right now. Naughty Dog, this fall from them almost 300 trophies got y'all feeling yourselves too crazy, bro. Listen,
how much is the shirt?
I get it. It better not be more than $25. I tell you that. Listen.
Oh, $34.95.
Stop it, bro. Stop it.
Ooh, this scarf though, Persona. This scarf kind of fire though.
I gotta wait for it to catch up.
Oh no, it's a blanket. My bad.
Yo, that's a blanket. That look like a scarf.
I thought cool. I scrolled down, saw scarf. I mean blanket, but
in terms of Naughty Dog, bro, and this 1 year anniversary, this would have been the perfect time to announce factions. Like this would have been the perfect time to announce factions, bro. How much is that blanket? $139. Yo, wait a second. How much is this blanket, bro? Bro, I got a king size comforter that cost me $55. What the? Hey, yo, what?
Yo,
this shit better been quilted by my grandmother. Like, what the hell? $139. Yeah, hey, stop playing with me, bro. Stop playing, bro. Stop playing, bro. Yo, stop playing, man. Yo, PlayStation, Naughty Dog, I rock with y'all, but hell no. $140? Hell nah, bruh. You ain't about to capitalize on that for me, man. I'm sorry. Hell nah. You're not about to do that. Yo, anyway,
I'm with you 100% on this, man. This is an L, yo. Like,
yo, this shit is an L, bro. Like, there's no factions announcement, not even a hint. I read through that whole article, not even a hint of factions, nothing. Naughty Dog, this fall from grace hurts. It hurts even me. Because it's like, bro, people are clamoring for factions. They are salivating at the mouth. They cannot.
Yo,
like,
even if they
1
didn't,
year anniversary.
even if they didn't have factions ready.
Yo, scroll back up to that statue. What's up with Ellie face, bro? What the?
Oh, yeah, she look kind of rough here. Even
ahead,
even if they didn't have factions ready, they could at least have like a DLC type story content
Teaser or something.
like ready. No, like just have it there. Yo, Vibe Blood, man, appreciate the sub, man. They should have had, yo, it's a year. Like you gave us the 60 frames per second, which is cool because the game does play much, much better. With that beat grounded mode in 60 frames per second. But I'm just like, damn, man, like this is like,
L, bro.
I understand people
bro.
are interested in like merch and all that stuff, but yo, when it comes to the game and having an anniversary for the game, yeah, you have the merch there, but you got to give people more than that, man. You got to, bro. You have to have some content there for the game. You know what I mean? Like, you could do so much with The Last of Us where you could probably do another little DLC story mission for, what's the dude name? The Asian kid name? And how he got to Ellie or something. You know what I mean? Like, yo, or give us a Joel DLC or something.
This is the 1 year anniversary of one of the biggest games of all times, the most awarded game ever.
Yeah.
And you don't got no type of content for the game? You talking about hammer shirts and bullshit? Yo, stop, bro. Like, yo, stop, man.
I like the hammer shirt.
Naughty Dog, you one of the largest studios under PlayStation, and you are not delivering, bro. I'm sorry, man. It sounds fucked up. I know. I love Naughty Dog. I love Neil Druckmann. I love all the team. I love Laura Bailey. That's my boo. Yeah, I love all of them, man. But yo, you gotta stop this, bro. This is L, bro. This is cap, bro. Yeah, like people are tired of waiting, bro. Like I hate to say it, bro, but it's an L, bro. No 1 year anniversary, nothing.
Like I felt like you could have did so much more. And yes, I understand the whole COVID aspect and all that, but yo, when your other studios and PlayStation is producing like that. Even with COVID, they're not even crunching. You know what I mean? And they producing like what Ratchet and Clank, Miles Morales on top of each other like that with DLC content and updating the old games. Nah, man, you definitely got to do better, in my personal opinion.
Them almost 300 awards going to y'all head, bruh. Stop it.
Yeah,
them awards going to y'all head, bruh. Stop it.
I feel that way. But yeah, it kind of sucks that we don't have nothing, more to like, what I mean, to offer. Like as far as like, here's the celebration. Here, you guys have this or that.
There's some shirts.
Buy some shit. Buy merch.
There's some shirts. And $140 on a throw blanket. You're gonna sit on your couch and fart up. Fuck out of here, bro. Yo, fuck out of here, bro. 140. Yo, could you imagine, bro? Buying $140 blanket to throw on your couch just to get farted on. Like, yo, that shit is trash, bro.
I did tell y'all from last year. I said, stop waiting for this whole faction joint, man. Stop clamoring them for this faction. They won all these Game of the Years. They gonna say, listen, we don't got to give y'all nothing yet. We got all these Game of the Years. You guys love our game.
They still getting awards to this day, bro. They still getting awards.
Yeah, they
crazy, bro.
They don't have no reason to give y'all shit. You know what I mean? But moving along though, man, because this is a very much horrible anniversary for The Last of Us. Like Persona said, one of the most decorated, game of the year type games, and you got nothing game content wise for the game. It is an L. But moving along though, Metro Exodus Persona, man, we was talking about this earlier, now has a PS5 update adding recoil, reloads, resistance, and realism. What? I never played Metro Exodus. It didn't have recoil? What the fuck? I don't know.
Hey, yo, wait. Wait.
Bruh.
Wait a second. I'm sorry, I gotta mute.
Yo, listen. I'm scrolling down to see the rest of the article because this is what the title of the article is: Metro Exodus on PlayStation 5, recoil, reloads, resistance, and realism.
Wait,
I guess they're just adding all them R's. I don't know.
Recall.
I don't know.
I hope this shit got recall before this joint came out.
I don't know.
Hope this joint had recall.
I don't know. But I guess you got DualSense support, so I guess they add a little bit more immersion to the game. So it has the SSD reduced loading times. We support 3D audio, furthering the increase of players' immersion. Fully ray traced. Remember, the PlayStation 5 is RDNA 1, and it is software-based ray tracing. It's not real hardware accelerated, according to a lot of people. And now it's 60 frames per second, man. So is this something that and 4K? Is this something that will get you back into playing this game? Because you bought it. No. It's a free update.
Nah, I'm good.
So you go.
I may re-download just to see how it looks, but in terms of like me actually sitting down and playing through it, like I said earlier, I couldn't really play this, man. Like it was really boring. I don't know. Maybe it's one of those games that has a slow start. Because even with Metro First Light and Metro Last Light and Metro 2035 or 2033, I forget which one.
I never.
I played the Redux, and I couldn't really get through them shits either. I don't know. I'm good, man.
Right there.
All right, they go to recall. I'll download it and see how it is.
Yo, that DualSense will probably have me playing, because reading this here, it said the DualSense controller has allowed us to push that tactile feel even further. The advanced haptic feedback gives the weapon, each weapon, a unique feel upon discharge, recoil, reload, or jam. That type of stuff, I like that, because even when I'm playing like Ratchet and Clank, like you feel that type of stuff. You feel you walking on like, certain like terrains or certain like, grounded like grass or sand. You feel that little rumblings there. I like that type of stuff. So maybe it will get me back.
I'll re-download it and see what it's hitting for, but I got plenty other games that take precedence. So
yeah, I gotta pay for it. I ain't buy it.
You actually gotta buy it. So enjoy. Although it might be on sale right now.
It does.
It might be on sale right now because PlayStation has a couple sales going right now.
When you go,
it does look good.
The SD to HD, it's like damn.
Yeah, it looks good. It definitely looks good. I'm not gonna lie there. But see, it looked pretty good on PlayStation 4, but now it looks like a lot better, especially with all the bells and whistles. We'll see. I may play it. I see how I feel.
That's a no.
Yes, it is.
Is. I know this dude too long, man. That's a no.
That's no.
Yo, finally, Persona, man. Finally, I felt like Tetris Effect developers, what they call Enhance, they were really disrespectful when it came to PlayStation owners that have bought your game for VR. But finally, Tetris Effect connected cross-platform multiplayer comes to PlayStation 4 this July. So the game that they went over to the other platform for nobody to play, this mode is finally coming to PlayStation 4. And they're making it cross-platform play now, because they want, this is where the bulk of the people are going to be playing this game. We need
they want to tap into that PlayStation world.
Yeah, the one or two people that bought it on the other platform, we need them to have somebody to play against. So, what's your thoughts, real quick? Did you play Tetris Effect VR?
Nope, I have no desire. I'm good.
It's actually a pretty beautiful game, yo.
Yeah, it definitely is, but I have no desire to actually play this.
Especially in VR. Like, it's not like a crazy like VR virtual reality game, but it looks super good in VR, and it gets kind of intense, especially when you finish a level and all that glitter and glamour is all over your screen. It gets pretty intense, but I'm good. I don't know about this one, man. I felt like this is a bad timing for it to come out, man. There's a lot of stuff that people are just more interested in playing than a Tetris multiplayer game right now. If you'd have launched it day one on PlayStation 5, maybe you have more interest there. But they have some cool moves in here. You know what I mean? Maybe one of you guys are interested in it. You guys can play. And I don't think you need VR anymore to play it. Or did you ever
you could just play it solo.
Oh, so you
No,
didn't need
yeah,
VR? It wasn't just a
no.
VR. Oh, I thought it was a VR thing. 'Cause I bought it
Uh-uh.
for the VR. I bought it for PlayStation VR. I didn't know you could just play it on the PlayStation.
Yeah, you could just play it.
But yeah, they got some modes on here, man. Score attack, zone battle. What else we got here?
Yeah, the guy on the right don't know how to play Tetris, man. He's stacking way too wrong, bro. Like, what the hell?
I don't know who they classic score attack.
He's stacking way too wrong, bro. I'm looking like, dude, you already messed up. Go ahead.
Yeah. So just know on PlayStation VR you are playing at 120 frames. I think you could do it on the other consoles too as well, right?
Possibly.
If you guys are interested, go ahead. The music is great. It looks great, and it's Tetris in a different light. Not last thing, but second to last thing here, Persona man. We have A Plague's Tale, Innocence PS5 version confirmed. So they have a PS5 version confirmed, and the rumor is this is possibly one of the PlayStation Plus games that's coming in July.
Good, because I ain't buy this. So I hear a lot of good things about this game, and I think they showed the trailer for the new game that's coming out in this series as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know, this just doesn't seem I'm interested. I'll pick it up if it's in the PlayStation Plus, but I wouldn't pay for this.
Hey yo, this is gonna sound super petty.
Yeah.
But I gotta say it though, man. You know, there's times where you hold off on certain games, right? Because I maybe play this down the line, or I might not be interested in it. But then you hear other people talk about it, and they're like, "Yo, this is great," but their gaming opinion always sucks. So you kind of like wary, like, "Yo, what the hell?" I'm hearing a lot of people say this game is great, and some of these people, their gaming opinions be mad, like it be iffy. So I'm kind of hesitant. You know what I mean? That's like, yo, should I even waste my time playing it? But we'll see, man. We'll see. At the end of the day, I'm not a fan of all these rats and all that, but we'll see.
Yeah, like listen, man. As a New Yorker, I'm not trying to see all that shit on my TV, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you.
You gotta hear that.
Yeah, you know what? Bro. I'm not playing this. Yeah, I'm good. I'm not playing this. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't like rats.
Enhanced.
I don't like rats frames. And all that stuff.
Gotta hear. I was trying to hear all that bullshit.
But it like, nah, I'm good. I'm good.
Yo, you got people that never cared about story in games. So I'm like, yeah, the story was so deep. I'm like, that turns me off from playing the game because I know you're full of shit. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about. It sounds mad petty.
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about 100%.
But it possibly being in PlayStation Plus, is that a score for you? Is that a win?
I'll add it to the library, but I'm not gonna play it. Listen, bro, Scarlet Nexus come out next week.
Yeah.
July is dedicated to Monster Hunter Stories 2 and Creech Tales. I'm good, bro.
The PlayStation Nation saying it's a good game. All right, I believe you guys more. So if it comes with a PlayStation Plus, I'll play it.
Corey's saying that the game is good, but the gameplay leaves a lot to be desired. I don't know. I'm big on gameplay, bro.
I mean, it doesn't look like a actiony type game like that. It looks like one of those puzzle figure it out type games.
Yeah.
Scarlet Nexus is on the 25th.
25th. That's next week. Next week Friday.
That's Friday. Yep.
I'm all over that.
Yo, so
I'm all over that.
Moving along though, Persona. Yo, Devs got exposed from one of the games we never thought would expose devs. Call of Duty added a Warzone update to have 120 frames per second support on PlayStation 5. They said it couldn't be done on PlayStation 5, but Activision exposed them. So it said today Call of Duty Warzone update adds support for 120 frames per second when the Battle Royale title is played via backwards compatible on PlayStation 5. So, before, a lot of people say, oh, these games not taking advantage of the PlayStation 5 power through backwards compatibility. When it came to like Rocket League and Overwatch, they don't want to do what they said. They got to work on a new version and they skipping actually added support to PlayStation 5. Call of Duty just exposed all of that just now. But yeah, what's your thoughts on this, man?
Make sure y'all got that premium TCL 5 series if y'all trying to see
what's
this.
the other one he said?
Players.
Hisense?
Hisense. I don't care. I'm very straight with you. I don't care. I will never play Warzone. I will never play a battle royale. I do not support that genre of first-person shootery. I traditional, structured Call of Duty. Traditional structured multiplayer, 6v6, 8v8, 12v12, whatever. That is what I support. All this extra drop in, drop out bullshit, the storm, run from it, find weapons and all this garbage. I don't support it. I will never support it. I don't like Warzone. I don't like no battle royale game, and I will never in my life support these games. Okay, that's what I'm done.
Yeah, like with me, it's not. I'm not saying that battle royale is like bad. Like even like Warzone stuff is bad. It's just that's not what I play for Call of Duty. So I don't play the most. I played Warzone like one time, bro. One time, and I was like, I'm good. You know what I mean? I like the team based, the core Call of Duty modes. You know what I mean? That's what I really play. So
yep. I
personally don't care as well, but I'm just saying more, that they kind of expose some of these devs that's saying that it could be done on PlayStation 5, and that's why they didn't update the game, for it to run through backwards compatibility. So Warzone out here exposing them pretty much. But
facts.
Yeah, you can do this on the TCL on your Hisense TV. Premium, my bad. Premium TCL. Premium.
Gotta be premium
with Dolby Vision and all that, guys. So, you know what I mean. But yo, let's move it along, man. We're at the topic. So if you guys made it to this part of the show, you already know. Here's your trophies. I wish I could say we giving out trophies like Naughty Dog, but that's like a year old kind of joke because they ain't add no new content yet. So we giving out trophies like Insomniac because you can platinum them games pretty easy. Yo, I love the fact that people are so boldly tweeting about platinum in games now. Like, you know what I mean? They coming out here like, yo, I platinum Ratchet and Clank.
Platinum, right?
No shit. It's an easy ass game. You know what I mean?
Easy. Especially because with Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, they also have the videos that show you where all the collectibles are.
And I've been using them. I've been using them. If I see that, I said before I leave a planet, I'd be like, yo, let me press the PlayStation button. Oh, I ain't get this gold bolt. There we go. There we go.
Bari, that man said it. I've been using them too.
I use the hell out of that feature. They put it in there. I'm using it. I'm not going to no third party source. I want all the gold bolts. I'm going to press the PlayStation button. I'm going to skip on yonder over there to 50% on my gold bolts. And then I'm going to click and watch a goddamn video.
There you go, man. They put it there for a reason. You PlayStation Plus member, might as well utilize it, right?
Yeah. You know what I mean?
I ain't mad at you.
I got no shame in my game when it comes to that shit. They have that shit in there, I'm going to use it. I used it for Satboy. I used it for Ratchet and Clank. I used it for... I think that's all I really used it for. I'm trying to think of another game where I use like a video from the PlayStation joint. It's super useful. I mean, it's there. I mean, some of these gold bolts, they're pretty hidden, right? So
they made the trophies easy, bro. Like, I mean, listen, bro. Like,
yeah, they're easy, but I'm talking about like the collectible stuff.
No, that's what I'm saying. They added this stuff into gaming because. And I'm not saying this because of this is not any knock at you, but just the more casual audience. Like, people are put down a game because they can't get through something,
Yeah.
Like, so they added this stuff in there to get people to play and complete more games. And for a lot of PlayStation games, it's working. People are completing games.
Like Returnal, you post that platinum, like, yo, that's an achievement. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I did something there.
That's a real plot. Yeah, that's a real plot.
But yo, I'm seeing
that takes real skill, bro. Returnal platinum, that takes skill.
It takes skill. It takes determination. It takes perseverance. But I'm seeing a lot of people posting Ratchet and Clank. I'm just like, yo, bro, I'm not even finished with the game. I'm already 50%. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro. I was just getting trophies, like, cause I love to explore, right? I was just getting trophies from just exploring and just killing extra shit and finding just, I found half the gold bolts just from exploring. I ain't looking at anything. I just found them just from exploring the worlds. So I'm just like,
some of them gold bolts I looked up.
I'm definitely
even
going,
the spy bots too. I looked some of them up too.
Oh no, those spy bots, because there's a spy bot on Sargasso that I still can't. I can't get it. The one where you got to fly the dragon. I have two of those purple plum shits that she likes. I can't find them. I'm only missing 2, and I can't find where they are.
Oh, because you got to get the fire breathing ability. You go back into the beginning.
The fire breathing ability.
Yeah, so all you gotta do is hit the 2 little things. It's on top of the thing, right? On top of the little building.
I got the one on the building.
Once you hit them, they come to you. Yo, Lakers ran, man, appreciate it. Subbing to the channel. Cause at first I was like, yo, damn, how the hell am I supposed to get that? I thought you had to like dive or slow down. But then I went to the beginning of the area and it's like, oh, and the Morty dude was like, yo, you remember she can do fire breathing and all that stuff. And I was like, okay. So then it was like it targeted the joint. I did the fire breathing, and then it automatically came, and I got all of that. Got the spy bot.
I'll have to fly around and look again. Corey, it definitely takes skill because you need to know how the enemies fight in order to keep getting through all those biomes without dying. So it definitely takes some skill.
Yeah, I mean, once you learn Returnal, you mustered up that skill. Yeah, the game becomes much easier. But you can't sleep on Returnal. You know what I mean? You still have to maintain.
There were times, there were some biomes that biome 6 still, like I had to be on my toes and I had to sit up and really pay attention. Like the game definitely takes some skill. Like, we're not gonna sit here and say this is you can do this in your sleep.
Because once it clicks for people, they automatically say it's much easier. And they negate the fact that you actually have to learn the game and keep up with the skill. But you're not going to run through Returnal again and be like, oh, I can just aimlessly run around and shoot. Nah, you got to be on your P's and Q's still.
Yep, 100%.
But yeah, let's get into this topic, Persona, man. Like I said, we woke up and we chose violence. We chose chaos this morning. And PlayStation fans, the PlayStation Nation, Persona, are you mad at Bethesda games being exclusive to Xbox? Persona, I want you to be honest now. I want you to be honest now. Are you mad that Starfield, Red Light, Green Light, what's the game called? Redfall being exclusive to Xbox?
Redfall's Bethesda?
Yeah, that's Arcane, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. You're right. I just have to say this one thing.
But this is great for gamers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is great for gamers. Listen, I'm being honest when I say this. I talked about this yesterday on my personal show as well. No. Xbox spent 7.5. Excuse me. The other console spent 7.5 billion on Bethesda. So there's really they paid for that exclusivity. I expect these games to be exclusive. They should be.
Yeah.
There's no way in hell I'm going to be angry about business. This is business. And I really don't, and realistically speaking, I really don't give a damn about a lot of Bethesda's games anyway. Listen, you people told me to play Fallout. I played Fallout 4. That shit was ass. I'm good. We still know nothing about Starfield. So really, there's nothing that's really enticing or intriguing me in this moment with the game because we still don't know nothing. Third, this gives Xbox, the other console, individuality. So if anything, this is a great thing because it gives the other console, an identity.
100%. It defines the console. Yes.
It defines the console. This is great. I hope no Bethesda game comes to PlayStation. It's business.
Yeah.
They're exclusive. They're under the umbrella of the other console. It should be exclusive. There's nothing to be angry about.
Yo, Aaron said, yeah, I want to see 0 sales on that loot.
I mean, that Deathloop releasing around. Well, see, that's different. That's releasing on PlayStation, but Deathloop is releasing around the time of Tales of Arise. That's not getting picked up anyway.
Yeah,
it's not right away. That's a Black Friday sale for $29.99.
Yeah.
So that's not getting picked up right away from me anyway. September is Tales of Arise. Well, I've already decided we're going for that platinum. That game is all of them be playing in September.
Tales games, they require like 3-4 playthroughs before you platinum them joints.
So I'm not bothered.
Yeah, I'm in the same vein as you, man, because the reason why we brought this up, because we're seeing a whole bunch of these articles being produced on, these journalists are saying that, going based off an interview I think Pete Hines had, saying that he apologizing to PlayStation fans that, these games are not coming to, PlayStation. And my whole mindset is like, yo, why are you apologizing for it? Somebody bought you, they acquired you. You think they're not gonna want those new games that they have to be on their platform exclusively? And I never scrolled on Twitter so much since these last past 3 days, bro. Because I'm seeing these articles, I'm seeing these people saying these stuff, I'm seeing these people making these YouTube videos saying PlayStation fans are mad that these games are being exclusive. And we follow a lot of PlayStation fans. We follow a lot of people. We see a lot of these things, and we're like, yo, I do not see any of this stuff, bro. I've been on Twitter for the last 3 days scrolling to see, like, yo, I'm over here searching for Starfield and see any comments of people upset that it's going to be exclusive. I don't see none of that. I'm searching for Redfall. I don't see nobody complaining of being exclusive. I'm like, wait, why are you apologizing? Where are you getting this notion that people are upset? Like, if anybody that should understand exclusivity with games are PlayStation fans, right? Because when it comes to third party, when it comes to second party, when it comes to first party, we understand, some of these stuff is going to be exclusive. They bought out all of these rights, or they paid a whole bunch of money to have these games exclusive on the platform. This is why we are more likely playing over here on this platform, because this is what's the identity. This is what's defining the platform with these exclusive games. Why will we be upset that other platform is getting exclusive because they bought out another publisher or something like that? You know what I mean? Like, and the games that they're claiming that people are upset about, we still ain't see shit about it. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I'm sorry, we didn't see anything about Starfield yet. And that's going off of the DNA of who's creating it. For me personally, I'm not interested in it because I don't play Fallout. I don't play Elder Scrolls like that. You know what I mean? Like Arcane game, Redfall, that got me interested because I like Arcane Studios. I like what they produce with the guys, the French guys, the Arcane. Let's say Montreal. I don't know what the French dudes is making Deathloop, and now they got the Arcane Studios in Austin. You know what I mean? They make cool games. Dishonored is cool. What else they make on that? Like, yeah, Dishonored most likely from Arcane is what I like, and that has that same type of element, both of them. And the thing is that why will PlayStation fans be upset? Because the first 2 games that Bethesda is pushing are exclusive to PlayStation for, a certain amount of time, for like a year, you know what I mean? So why are you upset anyway? The first 2 games that they're producing, that new games they're producing, Deathloop and Ghostwire Tokyo, is exclusive to the platform that you prefer to play on. So why are you getting mad about another game that's coming out in 2022 or whenever they coming out? Why are you getting upset at that? If there were anybody getting upset, which I don't say nobody was.
Well, that's what I was going to say. The other side of this is, like, let's be real here. Like, ladies and gentlemen, can I speak freely, Bari? This is your show today. You the host. Can I speak freely?
This is not my show, sir, but go ahead.
This our show. No real PlayStation PlayStation fan cares about this. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's like I said the other day. PlayStation fans got Guilty Gear, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Integrated Intermission, Ratchet and Clank in 1 week, Returnal, all these different games that have released and going to release. And then we have plenty of games to look forward to in the end of the year and and beyond, right? No one is clamoring for this. I'm being honest with you. No real fans are. If there's quote unquote PlayStation fans angry about this, you know the rest. You know the rest of what I'm going to say.
They're in a covert operation.
It's the I'm a PlayStation fan too crowd.
Yeah.
It's the I'm a PlayStation fan too crowd. Because listen, PlayStation fans understand that you have to buy a console for exclusives. Like that's the purpose of owning multiple consoles. People understand. I understand it. Bari understands. Bari owns an Xbox. A Switch, a PlayStation, a PC.
Yes. Because
he understands that there's multiple games on consoles elsewhere that he may want to play, and he wants to have the console to do so. I own a PlayStation, a Switch, an Xbox, a gaming laptop, because I understand that there's games elsewhere that I may want to play. Perfect example: Monster Hunter Stories 2. Game looks amazing. What I saw over the E3 weekend was phenomenal. What did I do? I cut on my Switch. I pre-ordered it. I'm going to play it on July 9th when it comes out.
Yes.
Again, games like this, Starfield and whatever, things that's being owned by Microsoft and by Xbox, again, that's business. It gives further identity to the console. It gives a reason for people to want to go out and buy the console. What PlayStation fans really are clamoring about this? None. It's a ploy. It's bullshit. It's marketing. It's an agenda. It's propaganda to get all eyes. It's to get all eyes on the acquisition. Get all eyes on whatever. It's all bullshit. I'll be honest with you. It really is bullshit. Because I scroll down my timeline. I didn't see any PlayStation fans angry about this. If anything, I seen PlayStation fans asking, where the hell's the gameplay?
That's a fact.
If anything, that's really what I saw PlayStation fans asking. Where the hell is the gameplay?
Yeah, because they did come out. They did come out on that E3. It's like, so you seen Starfield? I'm like, no, we didn't.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't. And Bari makes a good point. 2 of your biggest games releasing right now are exclusive to PlayStation. So, and I have a theory, this is gonna be a fanboy answer. Now, mind you, the thoughts and views of what I'm about to say does not reflect the entirety of of What's Up PlayStation in the panel. This is Persona's views only. This is not the views of Bari or the entirety of the What's Up PlayStation panel. And I want to put that disclaimer out there.
All that stuff you just said right there is ignored. Go ahead.
I know. But in terms of Pete Hines apologizing, I said this yesterday as well, but this is a very fanboy answer. So prepare, guys. Get ready. You know why they're apologizing? For those that watched my show yesterday, you know what I'm going to say. You guys know why they're apologizing? Huh? Because that's billions of dollars that they just walked away from with PlayStation. All that wellspring of PlayStation supporters and buyers, that's gone. So 2, 3, 4, 5 million copies being sold at full price from PlayStation fans, done. Those millions of dollars, done. Gone. That's it. So that wellspring of 110 million, 150 million, however many million may come to PlayStation 5. So selling 2 or 3 million copies of Starfield potentially on PlayStation at $70 a pop, right? Next gen, right? $70 a pop. Let's do quick maths, right? 70 times, let's say 3 million, right? That's $210 million off the table. Gone at full price. Gone. That's why I think he's really apologizing, because him, Todd Howard, the Bethesda, they know all that money is gone. It's gone. Yeah. But that's my answer. That's the fanboy answer.
At the end of the day, it might be a marketing stunt too, man. Because I don't know where the hell the apology needs to be even being said. You know what I mean? Like, yo, Microsoft.
What do you mean by that? Like,
no, Microsoft owns you now. That's like, did Insomniac come out and say, "Oh, guys, sorry, but whatever we're making now is not coming out for Xbox or whatever platform. It's exclusive to PlayStation." They're not apologizing when people were talking about.
Insomniac told you never.
Yeah,
is this coming to Xbox?
When people
never.
was like, "Yo, is Miles Morales coming to Xbox?" It's like, nope, never. PlayStation exclusive. They're not apologizing. Like, who does that? Like, it's just common sense, bro. It's just common sense. Like, what's the need to apologize? Like, I feel like you're doing that because you're trying to paint this picture of people are going to be missing our games, and maybe that's going to amp other people. Like, yo, maybe we should hype this game up. Maybe it's get this game on Xbox because look, even the fans on PlayStation, they're upset. They can't play them. They have to get an Xbox. You know what I mean? Like,
it's a lot of people that's going. Well, it's going to Game Pass, so they wouldn't buy it anyway.
It's a lot of strategy that goes into these stuff, man. Especially when it comes to the other platform. Like, they are trained to say certain things. It's not genuine stuff. It's all premeditated. You know what I mean? But yeah, I personally haven't seen it. Like I said, I've been looking, and I barely like search on Twitter like that. But I was really looking like, yo, maybe it's something I did miss, or maybe they were somebody, or maybe there's something in the article. But I'm not. I don't see it. You can go to the YouTube video. You don't see it.
Wait, did the article show any actual PlayStation fans like tweets of them angry?
No, what they snippet was the Pete Hines, what he said.
But they didn't show any actual fans like angry.
No.
Of course not. Of course not. An article that says the PlayStation fans.
This is coming from like the Engadget. What's the dude? Forbes, the Paul Tassi dude. Who's
sad? Who's sad though? Like, who's angry? Like, show actual tweets.
Yeah.
I want to see the tweets of these PlayStation fans that are angry. I want to go to their Twitter, scroll through their timeline, and see what they tweet.
Yep. But that's not needed. All we need is Pete Hines for no goddamn reason just apologizing to PlayStation people. Like, what? That would make no sense.
Who's apologizing? Who's angry?
Did Obsidian apologize to PlayStation fans that Outer Worlds 2 is not going to be on PlayStation? No.
Did Hellblade apologize to fans that Hellblade 2 is not going to be on PlayStation? Even though PlayStation are the ones that actually supported. Let me not go there because that actually makes me angry too. But
but I'm saying nobody is upset. People like more understanding. Like, oh, we get it. You got bought by a big company. You know what I mean? They're gonna obviously want you to develop games exclusively for that company. You know what I mean? If it is multiplayer, I mean, not multiplayer. If it is multiplat, it's multiplat. You know what I mean? We'll do a little jokes here and there, blah blah blah. Oh, multiplat, but yo, nobody's upset that is a game is exclusive, especially if it's something that we're not interested in, or if it doesn't look good, or we don't know how it looks. Maybe if they show Starfield and it looks like crazy, you know what I mean? You like, damn, I wish this was coming to PlayStation. You probably see stuff like that, but nobody's like upset. Oh yeah, yo, Jack, man, you already know my my thoughts on Ninja Theory, man. But I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna save it for my channel with that. But yo, Persona, man, we have finally made it. Episode number 42 is in the books. PlayStation Nation, here is your platinum trophies. You know what I mean? The PS5 trophies is coming. We're going to have that soon. Just still waiting I got to actually do some editing to get it properly done. But there you go, guys. Platinum trophies for everybody that made it to this part of the episode with Persona. Hit us with your outro. Let the people know where they can find you. Let them know what you're doing throughout the week.
Yeah, man. Listen, shout out to y'all in the chat, man. Shout out to people that's gonna watch this later. We really appreciate y'all coming through, supporting the channel, supporting the content. Listen, man, we're trying to get to 1,000 subs, so definitely subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, man. Support us, get us to 1,000. Once we get to 1,000, man, a lot of things gonna change. It's gonna grow. It's gonna be great. So, definitely, help us get there, right? So for me, man, I'm Persona. My channel is Gaming with Persona. My Twitter is @Persona Speaks. And so for me, content-wise, I'm gonna practice. I'm gonna finish up Ratchet and Clank. today, and then I'm gonna hop on Guilty Gear later on tonight. Practice a little bit with Giovanna. Probably post up a couple online matches onto the channel. And then I go to work. I go back to work next week, man. So my vacation's over. I know, man. My vacation's over. Right.
You gotta actually dress up now.
I can't go to work in my undies no more. So I got the first impressions for Ratchet, impressions for Yuffie. That stuff is still kind of in the works. I just kind of want to get through some of these games before I start working on that stuff. And then, you know, some Guilty Gear stuff will be posted on the channel. And then obviously a new episode of When Persona Speaks will happen next week as well. Especially if we get some news about this new event that's supposedly supposed to be happening with PlayStation. That's going to be happening as well. Yeah, man, that's really it, man. For me, man, I'm like I said, I go back. My vacation's over, so you know, it's back to regularly scheduled programming.
It's
so
over now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean,
that first day gonna be rough, boy.
I mean, it's only. I mean, I go back to work. I go back actually physically into the office Wednesday, but I'm only going 2 days a week, so I ain't really too bothered by it. But
that's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I think that's how it's gonna be with my job too. Oh, eventually when we go back, we'll see.
Yeah, 2 days a week, and really from my team, you know, working in IT. My director, they only want us to come in 1 day a week anyway, because like, why do y'all need to be here every now? So really, it's only gonna be 1 day a week, so I ain't worried. But yeah, man, content coming to the channel, man. Appreciate y'all, appreciate the support, and yeah, man, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. Please be safe, and we appreciate y'all for watching.
Yes, sir, man. And as for me, definitely gonna be back on this Ratchet and Clank. Gonna try to finish it today. I can get back to Integrate, because I'm trying to level up certain material before I fight Weiss. But yeah, I'm just going through that game again. The story, just a beautiful story, beautiful game, gameplay, all that stuff with Final Fantasy VII Remake, man. But yo, I'm having a blast at Ratchet and Clank, yo. Did the Fixer Planet? Oh my god, that was such a good ass.
Wasn't that fun? Riding the rails and all
that was a good sequence, man. I was like, yo, that was fun as hell. That was fun as hell, man.
Remember how they said that wasn't? Remember how people were saying that wasn't
exactly
Rivet actually doing that? I'm like, yo, y'all just don't know.
They said it wasn't
actually
gameplay.
A lot more. It's actually a lot more to it than what we saw in the trailers too. It's crazy.
Or remember with the whole Epic demo, and they're saying, oh, that's not going to be done on PS5. This is just a demo. This is just a snippet. This is a vertical slice where they make all that stuff you doing in that demo for the Unreal Engine 5. You do that stuff in Ratchet and Clank, yo. And there's more going on. You have this big ass robot. This guy is swinging at you. Things is falling.
It's a lot going on, bro. Yo, and it's like no frame dips.
Yeah, yo,
no frame dips. It's
dope,
all, like even like when I'm in the arena and like fighting enemies in the worlds, like, yo, it's so many enemies. And like I'm changing guns and got so much the particle effects and shooting this and shooting that.
They definitely throw
around.
More enemies at you in this game than previously Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, they do.
For sure.
Yeah, they do.
And enemies break apart too. There's times where you defeat an enemy and the head come out and now you fight. Yo, it's a lot of shit that's going on in the game, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm having a riveting time with Ratchet and Clank.
Good play on words. I give you a W for that.
Yeah, man. So I'm definitely gonna try to finish that today, and get back on Final, because it's tough, man. Because playing Final Fantasy Remake in 60 frames and all that stuff is a beautiful experience, man. You know what I mean? And you keep on wanting to playing it. And Yuffie DLC was amazing, 100% of that. So it's been a great week for me, man. The last 2 weeks has been amazing, gaming wise for me personally. But as far as for the channel, like I said, we play by the air when it comes to as far as like podcasting. But you're definitely going to see more Guilty Gear gameplay stuff coming out. I have a combo video coming for Milia, like a rough mixtape part 3 video coming. I'm just still editing that stuff. I know a lot of people like the annotations, so I got to put the actual combo annotations. So it's going to take me a little longer because people get mad when I don't put that in. It's like, what's this combo? What's the buttons you press? I'm like, all right, man. I got to put the annotations, but. Yeah, man, that's pretty much it. But yeah, definitely appreciate everybody coming through this Saturday morning to check us out once again. episode 42. Yeah, 42 episodes in the books, man. Almost there at episode 50. Hopefully we can get to 1,000 subscribers before episode 50 so we can like celebrate, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks again. Hit the like button if you guys enjoyed the show. Make sure you subscribe to my man Persona, Gaming with Persona. Follow him on Twitter at Persona Speaks and all that stuff. And yeah, guys, we'll catch you guys next week, same time, same place, same two PlayStation fans that's debating. And yeah, it was definitely a fun episode, guys. Catch you guys later. We gone.